Okay, so everybody, so I'm taking a break from modding real quick to work on a few things in Starmade here. I'm going to be doing a battle here probably Friday between me and my buddy Shadow. I'll probably show that up here on YouTube when it happens. But right now I'm going to show this factory here. This is what I'm using to auto-produce, at least auto in a certain way, produce turrets for the defensive capabilities of the station. Now there's one of the turrets right there, but let me show off where they actually end up at. These are AMS turrets. I'm putting them essentially every other of one of the large shipyards. This entire thing right here is actually a shipyard. It's about 2 kilometers in length, about 500 meters wide. And these are the turrets which I'm using to protect against missiles right now. I'm thinking about putting some bigger turrets right between them, but these are working out pretty well. But the main purpose of this video is to show off the factory here. It's nothing super impressive, but trying to get you guys some kind of content while I'm working on other projects and stuff. So the main part of the factory here is of course the shipyard. It's a really small shipyard. It's designed to build these. How you actually utilize it is you'll place the order to load it. So you'll load design. This is just called an orb AMS. It'll load the design. Well, sometimes you gotta retry with the loading. The game's got a few glitches, and one of them is that the shipyards will think they're not functional properly. As soon as it's loaded, construct current design. I don't really care to name these things. High likelihood I'm going to dismantle them after this battle and build some better turrets. But it'll build. It takes 2 cycles for it to finish building up the turrets because they're sizable. Once it finishes building up, it'll actually show and render properly in here. But to actually utilize it, undock. When it undocks, it'll be caught by this rail system down here. This rail system will then take it down to the docking bays, although these aren't really bays, but it works out. Of course, I'm going to have a glitch with the rail system again. A couple glitches with this game. One of them is that for some reason these green rails don't like to interact with the gray rails properly. It eventually will recover. It just takes a couple seconds for it to figure out what it's doing. My theory is it's not exactly a bug with the game. It's this outer casing of the turret is colliding with the front rail. The casing is a separate entity from the actual main axis. This is the main axis right here, is the center part, which then connects to the rail docker, which then allows me to dock it to the thing. But I think the blueprint for the outer casing is not perfectly lined up. I think it's off by a degree and it likes to collide with things. Then as I said that, I've had this barge over here get stuck on its docking rails too. But these will actually dock. They'll go every other. And then I can sit here and I can offload them over into the barge. Now I don't have a whole bunch to show off to load. I did earlier when I tried to record this video originally, but I left my microphone off, so this is the 3rd attempt now to record it. It doesn't really matter. But can shoot these off and dock them. Now this first docker here, I like to point out with this design, for some reason doesn't catch properly, so you saw it dart all the way across there. The other 2 work perfectly fine. It'll catch on the first one. I haven't experimented enough to fix it. But I've designed this barge to pick these up. Now I'm going to be constructing other things in turrets in here. We're going to be constructing mining drones, fighters, land mines, torpedoes, all kinds of stuff. Anything that we need to build, we'll store up here, and we'll load them onto the barges, and the barges will carry them to wherever we need to put them. Now this is a small barge. I may build a 6 length. This is a 3 length barge. But it all depends on how I end up doing things here. Right now I'm in the prototype stage of testing this. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I would show you them actually hooking up, but it's a pain in the butt to actually get these moving. I guess I could do a tour real quick of the rest of the station. So I've got the medium-sized shipyard where I think Groger's designing a new battery box. We're trying to make the turret self-sufficient because we've hit the max quota on the power of the station. But this is the medium one, that's the small one you saw down here. Super large one, we're going to build an aircraft carrier in here eventually. Power arms, small docking bays. This is our main shield batteries are in here. These were an attempt to make portable power cells. We've got the mining ships, and unfortunately this one got damaged. I'll let my buddy Jake drive it around, and he got attacked by pirates and unfortunately damaged it. Little scout ship, combat ships. There's about a dozen of these actually floating around outside the station protecting it. Giant cannon on the bottom that's unfinished. This is actually going to be part of the battle here Friday. I'm going to actually probably build 2 more of these when I finish them and attach them to the undersides. Although I need to finish the factory decks. So this factory deck is going to extend twice down, and there'll probably be an identical factory deck over here where we'll manufacture things. Actually, I'm probably going to put a hangar deck over there. Still not quite sure how I'm going to have to lay this entire station out. It's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about redesigning the turrets is because I think I may put a couple buildings above the hangar deck, or above the shipyard, and right now we've kind of got these set with turrets on them. So that might be problematic. Well, one thing I can show off is I have a little gondola rail system here. Now I'll probably show this off and how it works in another video, but this can go that way, can go that way, can go forward, backwards. It allows me to get around the station rather quickly, while at the same time admiring whatever ship I have docked inside of this. Right now we don't have any ship in here, so it's pretty much in stationary. I'm going to be working on some advanced logic for it so I can get it to stop in the middle here, and we'll have some loading and unloading ramps so people can get on and off it. I'll also be putting some rail carts going back and forth between here so people can get around the station without trying to use shuttles. Although the high likelihood is people will end up using shuttles like this one down here. That's a little scout shuttle. But anyways, inside these hangars right here, this is the refinery. Really, really small. Probably going to make it bigger. Probably put some manufacturing back there too. This hangar over here is the manufacturing deck. Right now, I'm not fully using the space, but the plan is to automate one of everything in the game. Right now, I've only got hull blocks, scaffolding, and a few other things like armor blocks being manufactured. So this one's doing armor blocks right here. Yeah, orange standard armor. Main primary storage for the base. These are resource storage pods. That's about it. I guess I could show the planet off, but I'll do that in another video, so this will be about it for this. I'll try to work on some more of these videos here later. I'll probably do more Minecraft stuff rather than this, though, but bit of a change of pace for once.